What is up, everybody? It is Monday, April 14th. I have wicked bedhead right now, and I have sunburn because I was at the Marlins game yesterday, and I have a big old red forehead right now. It's wonderful. It's great. But start of Holy Week, wanted to get another video up here to kind of elucidate on where I've come from, what I've been doing the last few years, and why I'm doing this again. So like I said in the last video, one of the reasons I'm doing this right now, beside the fact that this is going to be my personal journal and this is going to be for my kids, God willing, I have kids. I'm 46. It's going to take a small miracle, but I really am trying right now. I want them to be able to see what I was like before I got old and decrepit and things like that. But also because I'm looking around at social media right now, and I live in South Florida, right? And there's a lot of influencers down here. And my worry is that 150, 200 years from now, historians are going to look back at all the digital content that was produced during this time, and they're going to think everybody was rolling around in Bugattis and Maybachs and living in high rises and whatever, what you guys see out there. And look, I'm not a rich man, but I'm also not poor. I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. And my fear is that a lot of young men out there think that success is just Bugattis and success is just rolling around and being a baller, and they're not seeing the actual work that goes into it. Now, do I aspire to that stuff? Absolutely. I'd love to have more money. I'd love to have a nicer car. I drive a Honda Civic. I'm going to drive this thing into the ground, though, even when I'm much more well off than I am. I am not buying one of them fancy ass cars because it's a waste of money. As soon as you drive it off the lot, it starts depreciating. So I like my Honda Civic. It gets me from point A to point B, but that's besides the point. What have I been doing, and how have I gotten ahead? And the primary thing that's helped me to get ahead is real estate. Now, let me preface this. I am not going to create a course about real estate. I am not a real estate expert. I am not a real estate agent. I do have a real estate license, but I will not sell you real estate. There are a million free resources out there that you could go to learn about this stuff. But what I did when I moved down here to South Florida was I purchased a single family home, and I used a VA loan. Now, you have to use a VA loan for your primary residence, and that single family home was my primary residence. But what I did was we lived in a small piece of the home, and we rented out the majority of the house to a family, right? And you're able to do that because it's called border rent, right? As long as it's your single family residence, you can do that. The beauty of the VA loan is it's a no money down loan, right? You've got to live there for a certain period of time. It's got to be your primary residence. But you're able to leverage that no money down loan in order to get real estate, right? And a lot of you, remember a lot of you who watch this channel are veterans like I am. And it's a tool that you have in your toolkit. Now, it's not a foolproof tool because you need to have good credit. You need to be making money. You got to have a W-2 or something like that. You still have to have the financials, but it's a way of purchasing a home with no money down. Now, a few other things lined up during that time. There was absolutely the smallest interest rates we've ever had. So I got a really small interest rate on that house. We lived in it for 2.5, almost 3 years. And we had a family boarding with us. So they were helping us pay off that mortgage. And because of that, your primary expense, your biggest piece of expense is either your rent or your mortgage. And having them help us to cover that while I was working, had a good job at the time, was stacking money, that helped us to stack a lot of money. And then from there, we were able to purchase a triplex, right? And so now what we're doing, we still have that other house. We're still collecting rent on it. We are able to, we're living in this triplex. We're living in one unit and then renting out the other 2 units. So now I have 5 units. I'm living in one, collecting rent on 4, right? And through that, I'm able to purchase real estate, to get all the benefits of appreciation of real estate, where the real estate increases in value. And down here in South Florida, it's increased in value a lot. And I'm also able to get cash flow from the rents. And that's available to all of you out there. That's a way of getting ahead, right? And I see a lot of things out there, like, you know, everybody's into crypto, and I invest in crypto too. I think crypto's great. Stocks. I see people doing day trading and things like that. Real estate, when the time is right, is a really great way to increase your net worth. It's a really great way to potentially increase your cash flow, and a really great way to just build wealth in general. A lot of people call it the cornerstone of wealth. The other thing I've been doing since I've been out here is I've been running a company. It's a manufacturing company. We make boat anchors. We are the only American-made anchor company in the world. And I started there as a part-time sales guy when I was coming out of personal training. You guys don't understand this. I went through a massive health issue back in 2020. My ulcerative colitis flared up really bad. I got down to about 148 pounds. I looked like an absolute skeleton. And so, you know, you can't be a fitness YouTuber if you look like a skeleton, and you can't really get personal training clients if you look like a skeleton. So I had to figure something else out. And luckily, a buddy of mine, who I've known for a very long time, a very good friend of mine, he said, hey, why don't you come to work for me as a part-time sales guy? So I started doing that. And then COVID happened, and in the midst of COVID, you know, I helped him out with a lot of stuff. He asked me to come out to Florida, and become director of sales and marketing. So I did that. And then through a whole set of crazy circumstances that I'm actually not going to get on here, go into on YouTube, I ended up, becoming the CEO and general manager. So, I had to learn manufacturing. It was like drinking from a freaking fire hose, and it's been awesome. I joined a great organization called the South Florida Manufacturers Association. I'm on the board now. It's a fantastic organization. I learned so much from them. Read every book on manufacturing that I could, set up systems, and 5 years into that, it's been an absolutely outstanding career path. And manufacturing, I think, is going to grow like crazy over the next 4 years. It's absolutely awesome. And I think that, you know, it could be a great career path for so many people out there. Besides that, I'm still training. I'm still lifting weights. I'm not going to get into a ton of gym content on here now. Maybe I'll get you a few workouts, things like that. But I'm still in good shape. I'm still working out, still training. But beyond that, I've dedicated my life to Jesus and to God. And that's been a new thing. And I want to get into that more and more here on this channel, but I kind of wanted to lay the groundwork for where I am right now. Well, right now I got to get to work. I got to get a workout in. I'm going to head to the gym. I'm going to take a shower, take care of this disgusting hair. And then, I am going to start my job and probably get this video up sometime later on today. But, yeah, that's it, guys. Again, I'm just sitting here balancing this iPhone on my steering wheel while I'm talking to you. We're not going to get a ton of fancy film work here. We're not going to have video crews. It's just going to be me talking about life and talking about where I'm at. And I hope that's good enough for you guys. But if it's not, that's fine too, because like I said, this is going to be for me and my family. And if some of you benefit from it, that would be awesome. Because I do care for everybody out there, and I love y'all. And to all of you who did support me, and I got a lot of great comments on the last video, and that touches my heart a ton, because you know, I just like to know that I've had a positive impact out there, and some of the stuff I've done in the past. And you know, I hope you're all doing well. All right, so you guys have a great day. I love you all. Take care. Peace.